If I was skinny again, if I was skinnier again, I would want at least a plan. Now, no, I'm not some sort of coach. I know I'm not professional. So why not take my advice as a regular guy on what I do if I hit fresh start on calisthenics? First thing I'm doing, which a lot of people won't tell you to do, is to get your cheap ass a pull-up bar. For the longest, I didn't want to spend any money, and I was against getting a pull-up bar when you can literally look on Amazon and get the cheapest one, because that's what I did. And I do not work for Amazon, so this is a free promo. I say this because not everyone has a park near them where they could do pull-ups for free, and to be honest, you can't really rely on that, because it is just nice to have that inside your house. So make sure you do get one at any means possible. Trust me, you won't regret it. Being at your level again, there is going to be a lot of hours spent playing here, okay? This is going to be our bread and butter on how to get that thick back. Now, instead of doing all three variants, I personally would focus on wide grip, as this is great for strength. A lot of people can do the reps for everything else except wide, when I feel like it should be the opposite, in my opinion, of course. This is great for width and just for the lats in general. I found that my back grew even more when I only focused on wide grip pull-ups. All right, now number 2, we got to focus on the routine. I know a lot of you, your bed's still messy, you barely even have a daily routine. So how are you even going to have a workout routine? Well, I'll tell you. All I did was at least have 1 or 2 days in a week, on a Monday and a Tuesday, where I would hit a muscle group. You have to start off small at the end of the day. People don't understand that delirious and disorganized fellas like ourselves, we find this stuff kind of tricky. So instead of magically acting like I can tell you what to do on what day and you'll instantly do it, no. Once a week, I want you on a particular day, every single week, at least once a week. I know you can do that. You're going to hit a muscle group, whether that's your chest, your back, your forearms, your legs. I don't care what it is, just once a week. Once you get into the routine of hitting a muscle group once a week on a particular day, then day by day, you can start to increase it. And also, you can start to experiment with how you want to go forward with those workouts. What we're going to do next is actually start to track our training. Now, the reason we do this is not only to boost our egos, but of course, to track the progress. It is very important. Other than taking pictures of yourself, you also need to see the progress in your strength. And what better way to do that is to track what exercise you're doing and to track your reps, whether you do 2 to 3 sets. So remove the dust off of your notes app, and now I have given you a reason to use it. If you don't have notes, then I would suggest just using docs or writing it down physically. It is not that hard. Now, I see the XP starting to rise. I see our bodies starting to transform, and we are slowly becoming the individual that we are destined to become. But now, the way for you to actually raise your XP and XP farm is to start to use harder variations of exercises. And then I'm going to put this into one category: add weight to your exercises. Now, it is pretty basic knowledge, and a lot of you might already know this, but for me personally, when I was starting off, I was just sticking to regular movements. I wasn't trying to do anything fancy. I thought, why not just do basic things? But those same basic things was not really changing my body anymore, because I already increased my strength. So for instance, I was only doing regular push-ups for years to try and grow my chest, and obviously without changing to a harder variant or adding weight to the movement, my progress just kind of stagnated. And only when I started to change variations, and I'm not even saying that I can handstand, push up and do any of those sorts of acrobatics. You see, my XP is not that high, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, when I switched to decline push-ups, when I started to do diamond push-ups, when I started to change the hand placement. It's just the little things. And you'll get there. That's when I started to continue developing. Now, let's enter the realm of weighted calisthenics. All you need to really do is, if you have a backpack or some sort of bag, you're going to want to put water inside your backpack, or books, anything, manga, I don't care what it is, even your game cases, okay? Well, you probably would have to put a lot. Anyway, my point is, you can easily add weight to your movements. You don't even need to purchase anything extra. What this does in like regular guy, just explanation, is it just makes you stronger. It makes all the other movements pretty easy because your body just feels so light. When you have it off, you're gonna be feeling like Piccolo when he takes off his gi. So although you're scared to lift weights, okay, or maybe you're just not really into that sort of stuff, please add some weight to your movements, because you will see progress without a doubt, not only in your physique but also in your just your physique. I don't know. The next thing I do is not beat myself up when I miss a day or do not work out. I'm going to tell you something no one else is going to tell you today. You are not a robot, my friend. Sometimes you're going to have bad workouts, and sometimes there's going to be no workout at all. But if you beat yourself up over and over again, hey, I don't want you to stop working out altogether. There are going to be times where you slack off, and there are going to be times where you are on it. Most of the time, we want to try and be on it and build that discipline to where when we don't want to work out, we're just working out. It should be a lifestyle, not a hobby to you. But that is only going to take time. Like I said, you're going to have ups and downs. That is only natural, my friend. So stop trying to act like every single thing you do has to be perfect, and acknowledge the fact that some days you will miss from stuff that you can't control and from things that you can control, but you will always come back harder. So keep that in mind. Now, my final bit of, advice, tip, you tell me, is to start running. Hold on now. I'm going to tell you something, and it is somewhat of a secret. I used to hate running. I promise this is not satire. All you guys see me do is run, even though I run like once a week. But you know what I'm trying to say. Now, I would say this. To run is to build physical endurance and mental endurance. I fell in love with running. You may not. But honestly, even hitting a light jog, it just does wonders. I could make an entire video on this that would only get a couple hundred views, but I'd still do it anyway. How I started off by running was running for 10 minutes, then running for 12 minutes, then running for 13 minutes, then running for 14 minutes. I slowly did it until I got to the half an hour mark. Once I got to the half an hour mark, I then started to run 1 mile. I started to use the Nike running app, but you can use any app you want. Strava, doesn't matter. This isn't sponsored. After I started to run 2Ks, I started to aim to run them in under 10 minutes. Once I started to do that, then I made the distances longer. By the way, this isn't some sort of pro advice. I don't know if this is how you should do it. This is just what I did, and it raised my XP. Then I started to do 5K runs. Now, at first, I was just trying to do them in 30 minutes. Then I wanted to do them in less than 30 minutes, less than 25 minutes, so on and so forth. Listen, guys, running is amazing. I could bore you for ages on why you need to run. Please, just have a little jog, even if you're kind of like walking and stopping through it. Run for 10 minutes, then slowly up it. And guys, please, just do it for me. Just do it for me. If you guys made it to the end of the video, your XP has already raised. I want you to make sure that you're staying positive, and I want you to take care of yourself. Remember, you only have one body in this dunya. Make sure you prioritize you. Make time for you, and make sure you're just getting your workouts in. Please try not to miss them. Anyway, that's me for today. I'm going to catch you tomorrow as always. My God.